Have you ever caught yourself sabotaging your own goals or wondered why it can feel like you're waging an inner battle within yourself? What if I told you that yourself isn't a solo pilot after all, but a living team of motives, drives, and internal voices, each with its own agenda? This isn't just pop psychology or an excuse for bad behavior. It's the bleeding edge of modern psychoanalytic science. Today, you'll discover a radically new view of your mind, one that reveals how ego, drives, and internal objects actually call the shots in everything you do, think, and feel. All right, so let's bust this one true self myth. The myth that quietly holds millions of people back. The idea that there's just one I inside your head. A single true self making all your decisions. Your so-called ego isn't a single captain, but a coalition of drives. Hunger, ambition, desire for approval, need for comfort, craving for safety, and more. So the mind isn't run, by the way, by little people called the ego, the id, and the superego, arguing in a cartoon-like fashion. It's a dynamic web where different motives contend and collaborate moment by moment. Bogue's breakthrough is ego is a coalition of drives. These aren't theoretical abstractions. Your longing for dessert, your fear of rejection, or passion for a project are each powered and shaped by real psychobiological engines. The id, the ego, and the superego, they are not players, but labels for overlapping motivational processes. What feels like willpower or weakness is usually just a tug of war between rival motivations. Think about it. You ever resolve to eat healthy, only to be haunted by a craving for a midnight snack? Both voices are real, each driven by different priorities. Your mind at work as a living committee. So recall the last time you felt torn between two desires. That friction. It wasn't failure, it was your internal coalition in debate. So next time, instead of judging yourself, investigate. Who's at the table right now? Let's talk about drives here, because I know a lot of people that were on social media, people talk about drive. We don't know what it is. It's a blob. It's like motivation. Where's this drive? He's driven, she's driven, whatever. Let's talk about drives. Whatever every urge you feel, speaking up, eating cookies, checking your phone, or falling into procrastination, it's not random, but powered by a network of drives with their own intelligence. The drives are not just animal instincts or passing feelings. They're enduring psychobiological engines, each scanning your inner and outer world for ways to satisfy themselves. Are you hearing this? Bogue calls them knower-doers or knowers. Systems within you that know, prioritize, and act with purpose. Each drive shapes attention, memory, decisions. When the hunger drive is active, everything looks edible. When the approval drive is charged, every micro-criticism feels huge. The old split between ego drives, acceptable wants, and id drives, forbidden, hidden wants, it's not natural or fixed. It's shaped by your upbringing, culture, and personal history. What gets accepted or repressed is social and contextual. Let's take a few examples. Late night snacking. Is it just hunger or also the need for comfort, boredom relief, or even rebellion? Jealousy, a drive for connection, wrestles with insecurity of fear or loss. What about drive for achievement versus the craving for rest or play? So even your most logical, rational moves are ultimately pleasure-seeking, just using longer-term or socially strategic thinking, right? So that both the id and the ego, they're both seeking the same thing, just in different ways. There's no hard boundary between noble and selfish desires. They all come from the same motivational engine room. So next time you notice a stubborn habit or an addictive cycle or emotional trigger, just pause and ask, which drives are in competition here? What is each actually trying to get for me? And write down each player and its goal. I'm serious here. These aren't games or jokes. I'm serious. Do this. This is work for adults. So understanding your drives isn't just insight. It's the secret to breaking stuck patterns and powerfully changing your automatic reactions. Every self is a coalition. It's not a monolith. It's a coalition. Each drive has its own unique perceptions, priorities, and sometimes even its own memories. And the mind's ability to split, fragment, and temporarily host competing priorities or even identities, it's healthy and vital for adaptation. At any given moment, your decisions reflect which coalition of drives is at the wheel. Even dreams, as Fairbairn shows, are filled with multiple figures, each embodying a piece of the dreamer's mind. So take a few minutes tonight to write down, what are the main players in your current big conflict at work, in love, or with a habit? Write down the players. Name each one as you feel it. Even if it's a critic, a pleaser, a rebel, or a nurturer. The mind really is a team sport. When you name your inner lineup, you can finally start powerful inside-out change. This really works, guys. I've done this before. It's incredible. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.